Let me ask you something, and be honest with yourself. Do you earn a decent income but still feel broke? Your paycheck lands in your account. For a brief moment, maybe one day, you feel that wave of relief. The bills are covered, right? But then, almost like clockwork, it's gone, vanished into thin air. Not because you splurged on a luxury vacation or a fancy gadget, not because you're reckless or irresponsible with your finances, but somehow every single month you find yourself right back in that familiar spot, stressed out, confused, scratching your head wondering where did it all go? If this resonates with you, if you're nodding along right now, then listen closely. This video isn't just about money management tips or quick fixes. It's deeper than that. It's about uncovering why your brain is quietly, subtly sabotaging your financial life and how to build an unbreakable system to stop it for good. We're going to dive into the psychology behind it all, expose the hidden leaks in your finances, and equip you with a straightforward, system-based approach that doesn't rely on willpower or motivation. Because let's face it, in today's world with endless temptations and digital distractions, feeling broke despite earning well is more common than you think. Stick with me, and by the end, you'll have the tools to reclaim control and that peace of mind you deserve. Why this problem is so common. Here's a truth bomb that no one really talks about in the finance world. Most people, yes, even high earners in competitive fields, don't actually have an income problem. They have a visibility problem. Think about it. Your brain isn't wired to handle money on a monthly or yearly scale. It's designed for survival in the moment, tracking immediate emotions and impulses. Spending $5 on a quick coffee? That feels effortless, almost rewarding, a little dopamine hit to brighten your day. But saving $50, that registers as pain, as deprivation, something to avoid. So naturally, your brain steers you toward the easy spends and away from the saves. And here's where the debt's insidious. Modern life is engineered to exploit this exact wiring. Subscriptions that renew without a whisker, one-click purchases that make buying feel frictionless, auto payments that pull from your account in the background, buy now, pay later options that mask the real cost. These aren't accidents. They're designed by clever marketers and tech companies to make your money slip away silently, without the alarm bells ringing. It's not a loud explosion of debt. It's a slow, steady leak. And because it's invisible, you don't notice until you're treading water again at the end of the month. This isn't just theory. Studies in behavioral economics, like those from Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman, show how our brains prioritize short-term gains over long-term stability. We are all susceptible, no matter how smart or successful we are. How money actually disappears. Let's ground this in real life, no hypotheticals, just the everyday realities I've seen in countless coaching sessions and from my own experiences. Money rarely vanishes in one dramatic swoop like a bad investment or an impulse buy on a sports car. Instead, it erodes through these subtle, cumulative channels that feel totally harmless in isolation. First, those forgotten subscriptions. That gym app you signed up for during a New Year's resolution, the streaming service you barely use, the premium newsletter that auto-renews. They stack up quietly. Second, convenience spending when you're exhausted. Think DoorDash after a long workday or grabbing takeout because cooking feels like too much effort. It's not laziness, it's your brain conserving energy in a high-stress world. Third, emotional buying during stress peaks. Scrolling Amazon when you're anxious. Adding to cart as a quick mood boost. Retail therapy is real, but it comes at a cost. Fourth, those unchecked auto payments, utilities, insurance, even that old phone plan you could negotiate down. You set them up once and forget, but they keep drawing. Each of these, individually, no big deal, $5 here, $10 there. But your bank account doesn't operate on feelings. It runs on cold, hard math. Add them up, and suddenly you're looking at hundreds evaporating monthly. I'll share a quick anecdote. I once worked with a client, a mid-level exec pulling six figures, who was shocked to find $300 a month in ghost expenses from apps and services he didn't even remember subscribing to. It's eye-opening when you shine a light on it. Why budgeting fails most people. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why traditional budgeting flops for so many. Most folks give it a shot, download an app, set up categories, vow to stick to it. but within weeks they quit. Why? Because standard budgeting is built on restriction, not on understanding human behavior. Your brain despises feeling confined. The second you label something as off limits or say, I can't afford that, it triggers a rebellious response. Suddenly, you crave it more. This is classic reactance theory in psychology. We push back against threats to our freedom. That's why discipline alone budgeting crumbles. Willpower, it's a finite resource. Deplete it with daily decisions, stress, and life's curveballs. You can't rely on it long term. Systems, on the other hand, are dependable because they automate the process, removing the need for constant self-control. If your financial system is flawed, full of leaks, and lacking visibility, even the most disciplined person will falter. It's like trying to bail out a boat with holes. No amount of effort fixes the root issue. We need to shift from punitive tracking to proactive, psychology-informed structures that work with your brain, not against it. The numbers that wake people up. To make this tangible, let's run through a realistic, everyday breakdown. Nothing extreme, just the kind of leaks that hit average professionals. Imagine this. Streaming services, Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, maybe a couple more, easily $65 a month. Daily coffee runs and quick snacks, $5 to $7 a pop a few times a week. That's $140 a month. Random online shopping, impulse buys on Amazon or Target apps, averaging $160 a month. Forgotten or unused subscriptions, old apps, magazines, cloud storage, another $45 a month. Tally that up, $410 vanishing every single month. Over a year, that's $4,920, nearly $5,000, gone. Not to fraud or theft, not to wild parties, just unmanaged, invisible outflows. What could that buy? For many, it's several months of rent, a solid emergency fund buffer, or even a family vacation. But more importantly, it's that peace of mind, the freedom from that nagging broke feeling. And this is conservative. If you factor in things like unused gym memberships, $50 a month, premium cable add-ons, $30 a month, or those just-in-case insurance upsells, $20 a month, it balloons further. The point is, these numbers aren't abstract. They're the wake-up call that shows how small leaks sink big ships. The psychology behind it. Diving deeper into the mind, your brain's real adversary here is its evolutionary wiring for immediate gratification and aversion to delayed pain. We're programmed for now pleasures, that instant rush from a purchase, while downplaying future consequences like a depleted savings account. Saving, it offers no immediate buzz. It's abstract, future-oriented, which our brains discount heavily, a concept called hyperbolic discounting in behavioral psych. Spending, conversely, lights up reward centers like the nucleus accumbens, giving that quick hit. So, without intervention, your brain defaults to the path of least resistance. Spend now, worry later. That's why sheer motivation or trying harder falls flat. It's fighting biology. You need structure to rewire the game. Make saving automatic and effortless while making spending more deliberate. Research from places like the Harvard Business Review backs this. People who use automated systems save 20 to 30% more without feeling deprived. It's not about being stricter, it's about being smarter with how your brain works. The simple system that fixes this. All right, let's get practical. Here's the system I recommend. It's simple, unglamorous, and powerfully effective because it's built on psychology and automation. No fancy apps required at first. Start basic. Step 1. Build awareness. Commit to tracking every single expense for 30 days straight. Use a notebook, spreadsheet, or free app. No judgments, just raw data. Why? Seeing the truth in black and white triggers automatic behavior shifts. It's like holding a mirror to your habits. Studies show mirror observation reduces wasteful spending by up to 15%. Step 2. Plug the leaks. Review your list, cancel subscriptions that don't spark joy or value. Negotiate recurring bills. Call your providers. Many will lower rates just for asking. Then, automate savings first. Set up transfers to a high-yield account right after payday, treating it like a non-negotiable bill. Step 3. Establish weekly control. Dedicate just 5 minutes weekly, say Sunday evenings, to review inflows, outflows, and adjust. Forecast the next week's needs. Done.
This isn't micromanaging, it's creating a feedback loop that turns financial chaos into predictable clarity. Bonus tip, use buckets in your banking app to allocate funds visually. One for essentials, one for fun, one for growth. It aligns with your brain's need for compartments. What happens after? Once this system takes root, something profound shifts, and it's often unexpected. Your chronic stress around money begins to fade. No more second guessing if you can afford that dinner out. No more late night worries about bills creeping up. The guilt over frivolous spends, it evaporates because everything's intentional. You're not suddenly wealthy, but you're empowered. Control becomes your new normal. That sense of mastery over your finances spills into other areas, boosting confidence at work, in relationships, even your health. Clients tell me it's like lifting a fog. Decisions feel lighter, opportunities clearer,